The theater lights dim slowly as the audience settles into silence inside the Ireland's Got Talent auditorium. The host steps forward and introduces a father and daughter from Davao City in the Philippines. As they walk onto the stage, it is immediately clear that they come from a life of hardship. The father's clothes are simple and faded, his shoes worn thin at the soles. He carries an old acoustic guitar with scratches that tell stories of years of use. Beside him walks his young daughter, small and fragile, holding his hand tightly. She wears a plain dress and a soft headscarf that gently frames her face. The judges notice it instantly. One judge leans forward with concern, another tilts their head, sensing that this moment carries more weight than a normal audition. The audience grows quiet, the air thick with anticipation. When asked why they came, the father clears his throat, his voice trembling as he explains that they are poor and that his daughter has been fighting cancer for a long time. He says music is what helped them survive the darkest nights in Davao City, singing together in hospital rooms when they had nothing else. The daughter smiles shyly, nodding as if she already knows how heavy her story sounds to strangers. The father adjusts his guitar and takes a deep breath. The daughter squeezes his hand once more before stepping closer to the microphone. The first chord rings out softly, echoing across the hall. It is gentle, almost hesitant, like a prayer. The daughter begins to sing, her voice quiet but pure, carrying a fragile strength that immediately pulls everyone in. The judges sit frozen, listening carefully. Her voice tells a story of pain and hope without needing words to explain it. When the father joins her, his harmony is warm and protective, as if he is wrapping his voice around hers to shield her from the world. The camera cuts to the judges, one already blinking back tears. Another judge presses their lips together, visibly moved. The audience sits still, afraid to break the moment. The song speaks of long hospital corridors, sleepless nights, and dreams whispered under flickering lights. The daughter's voice shakes slightly, but she never stops. Each note feels earned. As the duet continues, the emotion deepens. The father looks at his daughter more than the audience, his eyes full of love and fear and pride all at once. There is a moment when the daughter's voice falters, and the father steps closer, singing a verse alone, his voice breaking as tears begin to fall. The audience feels it. A wave of emotion moves through the room. The judges are no longer sitting back in their chairs. One judge leans forward with elbows on the desk, eyes glistening. Another judge covers their mouth, unable to hide the tears. When the daughter joins back in, the harmony is imperfect but deeply real. The sound fills the theater with something raw and honest. People in the audience begin wiping their eyes. Some hold their chests as if trying to steady their hearts. The music swells gently, carrying a message of holding on even when everything feels uncertain. Halfway through the song, the daughter closes her eyes and sings a line with surprising strength. It feels like a declaration of courage. The father's hands tremble slightly on the guitar strings, but he keeps playing. The judges exchange glances that say more than words ever could. One judge nods slowly, tears rolling freely now. Another judge looks down briefly, overwhelmed, then looks back up with red eyes. The camera pans across the audience, showing faces filled with emotion. Parents clutch their children. Strangers hold hands. The story of a poor family from Davao City has reached far beyond the stage. It has touched something universal. Love, fear, hope. As the song reaches its final section, the music softens. The daughter's voice becomes almost a whisper, and the father lowers his guitar slightly, letting her shine. The lyrics speak of not giving up, of believing in tomorrow even when today hurts. The father joins her for the last harmony, his voice cracking completely. Tears stream down his face openly now. The daughter reaches out and holds his arm while singing, grounding him. The final note lingers in the air, trembling, before fading into silence. For a heartbeat, no one moves. The entire theater is silent. Then suddenly, the audience rises to its feet in a powerful standing ovation. Applause erupts, loud and endless. The judges stand immediately, clapping with shaking hands. One judge is openly crying, wiping their face while applauding. Another judge places a hand over their heart, nodding repeatedly. The father and daughter stand on stage, stunned by the reaction. The daughter looks around, overwhelmed by the noise and the love pouring toward her. Tears roll down her cheeks as she presses herself against her father. He bends down slightly, holding her close, whispering something only she can hear. The host returns to the stage, giving them a moment before turning to the judges. When the judges begin to speak, their voices are not steady. One judge says they have seen many performances, but never one so full of love and courage. Their voice breaks halfway through the sentence. Another judge wipes their eyes and says they forgot they were watching a competition and instead felt like they were witnessing a father fighting alongside his daughter with nothing but music. The audience applauds again in agreement. One judge mentions Davao City by name, saying that from a place of poverty came a story that has touched an entire nation. Another judge looks directly at the daughter and says she is not just a singer, she is a warrior. Tears fall freely as the judge speaks. The father bows his head, overwhelmed, his shoulders shaking as he cries quietly. The daughter looks up at the judges with wide eyes, still trying to understand what is happening. The judge continues, saying that this stage is honored to have them, and that their courage is a reminder of what truly matters. The audience cheers loudly, chanting encouragement. As the moment continues, the father tries to speak but cannot find the words. He presses his hand to his chest and bows again. The daughter steps closer to the microphone and softly says thank you, her voice small but sincere. The judges smile through tears. One judge reaches for a tissue, laughing gently at themselves for crying so much. The atmosphere feels heavy but beautiful. Whether there is a yes, a golden moment, or something else, it almost does not matter anymore. This performance has already left a permanent mark. The father and his cancer-fighting daughter from Davao City have turned pain into a song that will be remembered long after the lights go out. As they walk off the stage hand in hand, the applause continues to echo behind them. Backstage, they stop for a moment, holding each other tightly, both crying, both smiling. For a poor family who once sang in hospital rooms just to survive the night, standing on the Ireland's Got Talent stage feels unreal. The camera fades out on their embrace, a powerful reminder that love, even in the face of illness and poverty, can create moments strong enough to bring an entire room to tears.